Alright, hey guys, sorry I'm not here today, but let's try to knock out this elimination stuff. You got worksheets over there on the table, so I'm going to work about a couple in each section to give you an idea on what you need to do. Okay? I'm also going to give you the answer key, which I think is on the slides here. Anyway, we already went over these notes here. We did the first example, we did the second example, so let's do the third example together. All right, as you remember, we need to get the numbers to be the same, and one of them needs to be positive, and one of them needs to be a negative. Okay? Now, let's see here. We got 5, 2, 2, and 5. I think we should attack the y's, probably because this is a positive and that's a negative. But our problem is this one's 5 and this one's 2. Guys, the shortcut behind this is multiply the top equation by that bottom number, and the bottom equation by this top number, and watch what happens. So I'm going to put a 2 out front and a 5. Now look, I don't need to put negatives here because that'll be taken care of, okay? So as always, distribute, and like I showed you in class, I'm going to draw my little arrow. So 2 times 2 is 4x, 2 times 5 is 10y, and 2 times negative 2 is going to be negative 4. Okay, again, remember you're adding this in your composition book. 5 times 5 is 25. And then 5 times negative 2 is that negative 10y. See what's about to happen? And then 5 times 24 should be 96. But I'm going to make sure, since it's late tonight, so 24 times 5. And it's not. I showed you how late I'm staying up to do this video for you guys. That should have been 120. There we go. All right. So, like before, add them up. Watch what happens. These y's are going to cancel because 10 minus 10 is 0. 4 plus 25 is going to be 29x equals. So 120 minus 4, that's 116. Remember, we're solving for x, so we need to divide x equals, I'm going to use my little calculator here. Nope, I hit 24 instead of 29, excuse me. 4. Remember, we're not done yet. We're going to plug this back in. I'm going to use the top equation. So 2, 4 plus 5, y equals negative 2. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I'm sorry if you have this turned up on your headphones. 2 times 4 is 8. 5y equals negative 2. Subtract 8 from both sides. Bring down your leftovers. Negative 2 minus 8 is going to be a negative 10. Divide by 5. Y equals negative 2. Again, you need to write this as a coordinate pair. Okay, so 4, negative 2. I just put this here to remind you x and then y. Okay? All right, good. That should be it for your composition notes. Again, to determine whether a given point is a solution to a system equation, we're going to plug them in, okay? Remember, that's x, that's y. If you want, you can copy this example down in your composition book, you know, like on the left page or something, but you don't have to. This is just solving this to make sure this point satisfies the system of equations. So again, plug it in. That's a 1. That's a 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2, that checks. This one, 1. Let's see, 2. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 equals 4. That's 4. Yep, that balances. Check. So yes, this point works. Or yes, this point is a solution. Let's try this one, negative 3 and 2. So negative 3, 2, let's see, negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1, so good. Down here, we got a 2, negative 3 here. That's 2 minus 9. 3 times negative 3 is a negative 9. Okay, and that's negative 7, 4. That's not the same. So negative 3, 2 is not a solution. Is not a, let me just erase that. Is not a solution. Grammar will eat your heart out. I'm trying to draw an eyeball. All right. Again, you can test your points, okay? So this is no good. All right, solve the following system by elimination. Again, another example. Notice right here, remember, that's like a 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So it's already worked out nicely. So add up your x's. We get 1 plus 2 is 3x. These cancel. Equals 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Divide by 3. X equals 3. Plug that back into the original equation. Subtract 3. Y equals 2. 3, 2. Boom. Now, this should be your worksheet. I'm going to make sure before I get started. It is. So, I'm going to do about maybe 1 or 2 from each one real quick. Maybe just one, being that's late tonight and I really want to go home. So, I'm going to do one right here. If you notice, this is an easy one because the negative 3 and the positive 3 are going to cancel. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw a line, cancel them, start adding them up. So 6 minus 2 is 4x. 12 minus 16 is going to be a negative 4. So divide by 4. X equals negative 1. Plug it back in. I'm going to pick the second one. That looks like it might be easier. So negative 2, negative 1, because I'm making a substitution. 3y equals negative 16. A negative and negative make a positive, so 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3y equals negative 16. Subtract 2. 3y, let's see here, negative 18. Divide by 3, about to run out of space. Negative 18 divided by 3, negative 6. So my answer is negative 1, negative 6. Boom. That one's just as easy. Notice the same thing, the y's, the x's. I think y'all can handle that. And the 5's. All these are easy. They're already ready to cancel. They're already ready for elimination. Tongue twister. Solve the following system by elimination. Okay? Notice the 4's are alike, but we're missing a negative right here. So they could cancel. So we're going to want to multiply this whole thing by negative 1. I'm going to put a negative 1 on the bottom. That way it's, just as nicer. 11 minus 10, 7 minus 6, etc., etc. So I'm going to draw my arrow. I'm going to rewrite the top equation. Again, you're distributing the negative 1, which means the signs are pretty much going to change. These are b's. Excuse me. Those cancel. We just have a b. It's going to be 1b, but we don't need that 1 there. And then 11 minus 10 is 1. So b equals 1. Take that, plug it back into one of the equations. I'm just going to go ahead and pick the top one. So 4a plus 7. Here's my substitution. 11. So 4a plus 7 times 1 is 7. Equals 11. Subtract the 7. 4a. Divide by 4. A equals 1. I know this isn't x and y, but, as a coordinate pair, you really can't mess this one up. 1, 1, put a box around it. Oh, it looks like a face. Put a little smiley face right. Boom. Let's look at an example on your worksheet. Oh, never mind. Here's another example. Let's look at this one. Again, I would make, well, really, I'd make the top one. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. I'm still going to make the bottom one negative, and we're going to eliminate the x's here, okay? So again, 3x plus 3y equals 6. Negative 3x, negative 5y. This is just going to be 0. There's no such thing as a negative 0 like we talked about in class. All right, so the x's cancel. 3 minus 5 is going to be negative 2y. 6. Divide by negative 2. Y equals negative 3. Plug that back in. I'm just going to pick the top one. Remember, put parentheses when you make your substitutions. So a negative 3 times a positive 3 is going to be negative 9. 6. Add 9 to both sides. I think we're getting better at solving now. That's going to be, what's that going to be? 15? Yeah, that's 15. Divide that by 3, and we get 5. So 5, negative 3, boom. All right, again, to the worksheet. I already gave you 2 examples, so this one would be the y's. Hey, look at this. Let's keep this simple. I could make this one a positive, and then we'd have 12x, but then that'd be a really big negative number. Or I can make this negative, that'll turn into a positive, and I'll be adding these numbers together. So you really just pick your battles, but I'll go ahead and do this one. I'm going to make the bottom one negative. So just like before, I'm going to just drag them over. Negative 3x plus 2y equals 27. Again, it's like you're changing the symbols. So negative 9x minus 2y, positive 9. The y's cancel. Negative 9, negative 3, that's negative 12x. 27 plus 9, 36. Divide by negative 12. X equals a negative 3. Again, plug that back into one of the equations. I'm going to pick the top one. It really doesn't matter which equation you pick. I just like picking the easy ones. So negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, plus 2y equals 27. Subtract 9. 2y. Let's see, 27 minus 9. Shows you how little my brain's working today. 18. I should have known that. Divide by 2. We get y equals 9. So negative 3 and 9. You notice they're progressively going to get harder. And these are the answers. Let me check what time looks like. Oh boy. All right. I'm just going to start doing the examples, and y'all can do the CUDA worksheets because I'm going to provide the answers, okay? So, example 6, it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but looky here. It's easy to change this 2 into a 6 by multiplying by 3. Okay, you got to kind of look toward the future when you start doing elimination method. So I'm going to multiply the bottom by 3. So do your arrow again like I was doing. And you don't have to do this, I just find it easier. So 3 times 5, 3 times negative 2, and 3 times 14. So 3 times 5 is 15x. 3 times negative 2 we already discussed. It was going to be negative 6y. And this is beyond me. 14 times 3, 42. You notice the y's can cancel, so we will. 15 plus 3 is 18x. 42 minus 6 is how I'm looking at it. I get 36. Okay, divide by 18. X equals 2. Plug that back into the easy one. I'm going to pick the top one. Oopsie daisies. We're supposed to make a substitution right here. So parentheses 2 plus 6y equals negative 6. 6 plus 6y equals negative 6. Subtract 6. 6. Watch out. 6y, negative 12, divide by 6, y equals negative 2. So, I don't know what I'm doing. What is that? I'm trying to write a point here. get it together. 2, negative 2, boom. Another example. Again, it's easier to just multiply the bottom one by 5, so the y's cancel. So that's what I'm going to do again. Again, bring this over. I didn't change anything. So 5 times 4 is 20x plus 5y. 5 times 5, 55, excuse me, 275. Draw your line, those cancel. 27x equals, let's see, 275 plus 76. I got 351. Divide all that by 27. And I'm so thankful I have a calculator to do all the heavy lifting. Divide by 27, we get 13. Hey, that's my birthday. Let's see, plug that back in. I'm picking the second equation because it's smaller. There I go again. Plug in the x. Parentheses 13 plus y equals 55. 4 times 13, 52 plus y equals 55. Subtract 52, and that 52 looks a little sick. These are 5s, not s's. Those cancel, y equals 3. So we got 13 and 3. Boom. Oh man, it never ends, does it? Let's try these. Uh-oh. Alright, so nothing here is going to work nice. This is when you got to do that trick about multiplying the top to the bottom and the bottom to the top. I'm going to pick these numbers because they're smaller than these numbers. But I could use these numbers if I wanted to. Okay? So, also, we got to make one of these negative. I'm going to make the bottom one negative just because, well, I'm just like that. So, top one by 7, bottom one by the negative 2, because I'm trying to cancel the y's, and we're going to distribute. Okay? So, draw my little arrow to show I made the changes. 7 times 6 is 42x plus 14y equals 28. Ooh, these numbers are getting big. Negative 2 times 10 is negative 20. Negative 14y, because we already talked about it. And negative 2 times negative 8 is going to be a positive 16. Doodle your line. 42 minus 20, that's going to be 22x. The y's cancel, because we talked about it. And this is going to be, what is this? 28, 16, 44. Divide by 22. X equals 2. Plug that back in. I'm going to use the top one. I'm almost out of breath. 6 times 2 is 12 there. 2y equals 4. Again, keep everything nice and neat. You may need a notebook paper or a big piece of the table. Subtract 12. That was a little crooked there. Bring down your leftovers. 4 minus 12, let me see here. 4 minus 12, 8. So negative 8. And divide by 2. And we get y equals, well, let's see, put that negative there. I didn't put that negative there. There, that's better. Negative 8 divided by 2, negative 4. So 2, negative 4. And guys, these are the examples to help you out with this CUDA worksheet, okay? Let me see, does that cover all of these? Special cases. All right, let's check these out. Let me check something real quick. All right, let's check these out. So, check this out. They're stacked nicely right here, okay? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something's fishy here. That's 0. That's 0. That's 0. 0 equals 0. Oh, what does this mean? What is this? What do y'all think this means? I don't know. What do y'all think? Infinite solutions? All real numbers? Do you think these lines are the exact same thing? Let's test something real quick. As you know, these are lines, right? So I'm going to solve for y for this one. So let's see. We got 2x, negative 3y equals negative 11. So subtract 2x from both sides. Again, I'm putting this in y equals mx plus b. Okay, so those cancel. Let's see here. 3y equals negative 11, 2x, divide by negative 3, y equals, let's see, negatives cancel, so it's a positive. These cancel, so that's plus 2/3 x. Okay, let's check something here. Let's solve for this one. I'm just going to feed off of this, so I want to add 2x to both sides. Okay, let's see. So those cancel. 3y, 11 plus 2x, divide by 3. And if I did my little heart pretzel thing, I get 11, 3 plus 2/3. Oh, they're the same. This is the same line. So that means all real numbers are going to work. There are many solutions. Or all solutions. Either one's going to work. This is, again, it's the same line. They're laying on top of each other. Okay? So when they all cancel out, 0, 0, it's all real solutions. Let's see. Let's see what this one does. All right. I can jump, what can I do? I can jump this top equation to this one if I multiply by 2. So top one by 2. Here we go. 2x, negative 6y equals 10. And then negative 2x, and then positive 6y equals 4. All right, well, see, these cancel. 2 minus 2, and then negative 6 plus 6, well, those cancel. This is 0 equals 14. Now, this can't happen. Huh. So that means no solutions, right? I mean, because we talked about that. Let's see what these lines look like. So I'm going to erase all this. I want to solve it because I want to check something out real quick. All right, so I want to solve this one again. We're looking at the y equals mx plus b. So I can look at the slopes and the y-intercept. So let's solve this real quick. Subtract x. Negative 3y equals 5 minus x. Divide by negative 3. Y equals 5, 3. And put the negative right here. And then that's positive, so there's 1 down. Let's look at this one. Add 2x to both sides. 6y. Because remember, guys, these are lines, okay? We can put them on the coordinate plane. So let's see, that reduces to 2/3. And that reduces to 1/3. Oh, guys, look at that. Same slope, but the y-intercepts are different. So these are parallel lines, which means they never touch. That's why there's no solutions. Okay? Remember, different y-intercepts, but the slopes are the same. So that means they're parallel lines. Slope, I don't know what I'm trying to write. Slope are the same. Okay? Whew. All right, guys, y'all try these out. Guys, look, here are all the answers. Okay? Now, that doesn't mean jump straight to the answers. That means work them out, work together, and get all these answers down, okay? And then we'll pick it up. We'll try to pick some stuff up tomorrow, okay? And look, we're so close to our test. Okay? If you want some more practice, just pause the video and work on these. But I think this should be plenty for the day. Don't forget to update your composition book. All right. Y'all have a good night. Here's a little smiley face. I'm sorry I can't be there today, guys. Bye-bye.